Welcome back to Worldwide Boat. I am Sanavora, Charter Director. We are aboard a 164-foot NEENAH, a 2020 Westport. I love this contemporary, clean, minimalist feeling to this boat. A traditional Westport with rich woods, but neutral soft goods throughout, with hints of blue that carry throughout the vessel. It really gives you a sense and feeling of being calm and just pleasing to the eye. It's also neutral enough that the palette would suit many different types of clients. Take a look around because she's just absolutely gorgeous.
Hello there. Sorry, but it's always a jam session in the galley.
It needs to be. That's when you know. That's when you know the food is really good. Hi, I'm Sana with Worldwide Boat.
Noah Aguilar, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Noah. I'm great.
It's a pleasure.
And you?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from? How did you get into yachting?
Oh, that's a long story.
We have time.
So I started. Well, how did I get into yachting? Well, I've been chefing. Well, I started cooking when I was 15, and I graduated culinary school when I was 21, and then I've sort of worked around the United States. I was in Savannah, Georgia. This is relative to the story, I promise. I had a really good friend of mine, Simone Kowalski. We had mutual friends in the restaurant industry. She eventually went on to work in yachts.
Okay.
Many years later, she hit me up. I was looking to sort of do something different. And she's like, look, I'm a chef stew on a 112 Westport. She's like, why don't you come out? I'll be the stew, and you can be the chef for the summer. And so I was in a position at that time, said, you know, why not? And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. You know, I had no concept of this sort of career. And so they flew me from Tucson, Arizona to Newport, Rhode Island. And then I spent the summer doing that little milk run.
Of course,
you know,
Newport and Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And yeah.
To me, I was just kind of blown away. I mean, I'm from a very country background. And, you know, it's, you know, riding four-wheelers and horses and stuff growing up.
To this.
To this. So yeah, so it was very interesting. I really enjoyed the aspect of it. At the time, I was running 3 different food outlets, 2 restaurants, and another deli, and I was kind of pulling my hair out because it was a lot of stress. And I got into a position where I didn't have to worry about the financial aspect of being a chef, which was a big boon and to the yachting industry. So that was in 2008, and I kind of said, okay, I'm in.
This is it.
This is it. This is what I want to do.
That's awesome. How long have you been with the NEENAH program?
I've been here since the very beginning, since it's been a little over 2 years. So my official start date was December 28th.
Oh, that's my birthday.
So yeah, so we went. So they flew us up to Port Angeles, Washington, where we picked the boat up. We were there trapped for a couple months because of weather, but finally made it across. That's the second time I've done that sort of passage down and then through the Panama Canal. Awesome.
That's quite a trip.
It's a that is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, it's as soon as you get out of Panama and into the Gulf at that time of year, which is in the wintertime, it is rough.
Yeah.
So we were hitting what was it? 11 to 14 foot swells at 4 seconds apart on starter beam. So it's just like, dude,
I'd be seasick.
Yeah.
I'm seasick in a car, so I'd be seasick.
Oh, man. I'm fortunate. I don't get too sick. The only thing that really sets me off is like if the dish machine has like a big waft of like steam, and then I'm like, okay,
ready to pass out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. How do you feel about guests entering your galley?
Oh yeah, man, I like it. We used to have a country. I'm used to like the country kitchen sort of aspect of things, and so I got really accustomed to having people come in and out and chat me up and stuff. In fact, I mean, like the little trade secret here is like I like to, like I know usually when the guests are coming and going, you know, it's all sorts of like make pasta or something, and I'm just like, hey, like stretching pasta out, and like trying to make a big show of it.
That's awesome.
But I also like to interact with the guests as much as I can. You know, I mean, I'm quite busy back here in the galley.
I'm sure you are, yeah.
So I usually reserve it towards the end of the evening, but always make it a point to go out and say hi and make sure that they're comfortable and that everything's going in the right direction.
What's the one dish or meal that everybody ooh-ahs over when Noah cooks it?
Oh, man, everybody's different, especially the crew. They're a bunch of babies. But, I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't have one thing that I do. I have... Like, I know my job, I think, even as cooking for the crew, especially the crew on the boat, is to learn what everybody really likes. Right. And to sort of do that for them. You know, so our captain really likes Mexican food, and I grew up on the border of Mexico. Hey, Cap, want to jump in with us? Sure. So, come on in. So I make sure I cook him at least Mexican food one day out of the week, if anything. Taco Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays, love it. Yeah, or Mexican Mondays. It depends, you know, how I'm feeling that day. But, yeah. Great. No, that's awesome. Hi. Hi. I'm Sana with Worldwide Boat. Captain Mike Souther. Mike, nice to meet you. We're here taking up some time with your chef and learning about how he got into this industry and what he likes to cook. And I love that you are versatile and willing to really adapt to what people's preferences are, because that's what it's about. Right? It's not about what we want to deliver. It's about what a client wants from this vacation. I always find it super funny because like so many chefs will over chef things. And it's like sometimes a client just wants a cheeseburger. Yeah. Or a mac and cheese craft dinner. Then give them that. Right. That's what they're paying me to do. Or Taco Tuesdays. Or Taco Tuesdays for Captain. Yeah, and makes Captain happy. Oh, so, but I think that's one of the most important aspects of this. And that's what I tell any other new yachty chef is like, it's not about you or your ego. It's about cooking for the clients. Right. That's the bottom line. And that putting that ego aside, especially in the chef's position, it takes a little bit. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Well, since we're talking about how he got in here, how did you get into yachting, Mike?
Well, I was born and raised here in Fort Lauderdale, so I've been around boats my entire life.
I am sure.
My father was a captain. His father was a captain. So
you followed their footsteps. Similar to me, my dad was a yacht broker, and here I am.
I wasn't originally following in their footsteps. I was a baseball player and played for Florida State for a couple years, and then completely tore my rotator cuff. So that whole baseball career ended. So when I moved back down to Fort Lauderdale, then I got my captain's license and went that route.
Cool. Baseball player turned captain.
Yeah, it worked out for me.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, obviously, a lot of athleticism and everybody pretty active on the boat, and
everybody for the most part is very active.
I just heard a really cool story about how fishing is very involved in this program. Tell me about it.
So
that's all him, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
My goal is to really show people the best parts of the Bahamas in the right times of the years. So the winter months is amazing wahoo fishing, especially in the southern Bahamas. Generally around January, December time, you know, Santal area, the wahoo range from 60 to 100 pounds.
Wow.
You know, it's good
that's a decent size, yeah.
And they're delicious to eat. Bring it back to the boat, chef cooks the catch of the day, which is the wahoo. You know, so that the winter months, wahoo for sure. The spring months, then you get into the mahi-mahi, the grouper fishing, the snapper fishing, as well as a plethora of mix of white marlin, blue marlin, sailfish, but definitely a lot of mahi, meat fish. Again, more stuff to bring back to the boat that the guests can try different, you know, culinary styles of seafood as well.
Where would you say is the best fishing in the Bahamas? Or does it matter based on the season?
It's season. It's seasonal for sure. So northern Bahamas, for instance, like West End all the way around to the Abacos, Treasure Cay, and all that stuff. Winter months, same thing, same story. The wahoo fishing is really good there, but that's where you start getting kind of the smaller scale, not so much the 60 to 100 pound
Right.
fish. You get more like 35 to 50, 60 pound fish.
And you get the guests involved in all of that. If there's a little boy or a little girl on the charter,
so on
great.
That 36 Invincible, that's where we're going to offer the fishing. You know, it's a center console, so it's all going to be stand-up gear with the proper belt and everything. I've had 3-year-olds catch sailfish.
Love it.
You know, I mean, yes, you have to help them, and obviously it's my call whether or not I feel it's safe to take a 3-year-old out in certain conditions, but absolutely. I mean, my daughter, she's now 7, and I've been taking her fishing. I got a picture of her reeling in a fighting chair of blackfin tuna.
I love it.
You know,
that's great.
I think she was 2 years old when that happened.
Gosh, my 2-year-old probably has no idea about fishing.
It's very rare that they don't come back with fish.
Right.
So, you know, I always kind of plan on, all right, what are we going to do with what we have coming in?
Right.
Because inevitably, you know, the client's going to want to eat.
Of course, especially fresh fish.
Yeah, and it's good for me because it just makes it easy. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, here we are.
Well, in a few words, tell me, what would a client feel the personality of your crew in this boat is?
Oh, we're fun. We are a fun crew.
I could tell that when he came up, and of course when I met you, but that's great.
Yeah. We joke, we prank, we keep it light. You know, I'm not a typical serious captain. No, we're fun. We like to enjoy ourselves. I told everybody when I interviewed them, if you're not having fun,
this is not the job for you.
This ain't the job for you.
Right.
Get out of here.
That's great.
But don't get me wrong, we maintain safety to the highest standard.
Of course.
You know, I'm always cautious on everything we're doing, but we're going to have a great time.
No, that's awesome. Fun is the most important factor, and I've got a client in mind right now that I'm going to be sending you over to tonight.
Awesome.
I hope he will choose this boat because I think you guys will be the right dynamic, and that's how I feel when I'm picking a boat for my client. It's not, our boats are, majority of them are beautiful. It's about the crew. You guys are 70% of the experience, so thank you for letting your personality shine through this open house, and thank you for letting us tour Neenah.
Absolutely.
She's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
It's easy when you guys can come here and see what we're like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just sells itself at that stage.
No, she's beautiful. Great boat. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming up from the crew quarters. No, this is great. And if you get the VIP stateroom, this little private balcony is just perfect to have your morning coffee and enjoy the breathtaking views of the Exumas. A King Master that follows the tones and theme of the rest of the boat, but has these beautiful large windows that offers you beautiful views with a very large ensuite head with his and her sinks for you to enjoy. Neenah has 4 staterooms below deck, one of which can convert to a twin. But if you are a group of all couples, you could have 6 king beds. Each of the staterooms are so spacious, and they've carried through the blue theme all the way through. A calm, peaceful environment.
Hi guys, I'm Morgan and I'm the Experience Curator here with Worldwide Boat. I am here to assist you guys with all things pre and post charter from the second you hop on your private jet and enter into your luxurious destination until the time that you return home.
The start of a Sky Lounge. Of course the Sky Lounge needs a bar or it wouldn't be one. The greatest place to entertain in the evening, have some drinks, and enjoy some time with your family and friends. Perhaps watch a movie and end your night in front of the large screen TV that's offered in the Sky Lounge, along with the game table and lots of seating. We are aft of the bridge deck that offers dining as well as some sunning. A perfect place to enjoy breakfast in the morning. Take a look at what a beautiful table setting the interior stew have put together. The aft deck of this Westport is really where all of your dining will be enjoyed. Have a look at this beautiful table that comfortably seats up to 12 guests right on the water level, where you could have a beautiful view while enjoying the chef's creations. I'd like to introduce you to the chief stew of NEENAH. Her name is Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, it's so nice to be here with you.
Absolutely, the same. I have a question for you.
Sure.
How much do you enjoy theme nights?
I would say theme nights are probably the best part of being a stewardess. One of my favorite things about the job, for sure.
Well, your chef and captain told me that the crew is all about fun. How do you bring that fun aspect into your theme? What's your favorite, most fun theme that you've got on board?
So our current favorite on board is Woodstock hippie theme. So we like to personalize it to whatever guest we have on board, maybe like a birthday. And we, for example, we did like a Rodstock Woodstock themed party. So we've got hippie costumes. The whole crew gets dressed up. All the guests get dressed up. We've got, on theme decorations, music, lights, and then some like after dinner party up top as well.
Does that mean the crew come out and dance with everybody?
Yes.
That's awesome.
There might have been some karaoke at the last Woodstock party we had, and the whole crew was involved with the guests. It was a blast.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to send you a client that loves themes.
Yes, please send them our way. We love themes on NEENAH.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
A stew pantry on the bridge deck. You know why this is important? This is where they do all the servicing for the Sky Lounge as well as the exterior dining. That's how you know everything's coming out real fast.